everyone, I'm Cassandra.
And I'm Mom.
And this is Millennial and Mom. And in today's video, we're going to be reviewing 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days, Season 4, Episode 1. And new hair, new season. Let's get into the video. So first we started with Ed and Rosemary.
Ed is 54. Rosemary is 23.
Wait, could you imagine? Because I'm 23. Me dating someone who's 54.
You're asking me? Girl, no, I can't imagine.
Who else would I be asking?
I don't know, but that's crazy to ask. The answer is no. So anyways, Ed is a photographer from San Diego, and he has been divorced for 28 years.
But he got divorced because he had infidelities.
Yeah.
And when I first saw it, I was like, who? Ed. This man?
Yeah.
But, I had to reel it back in and be like, people got to get it how they get it. And, things happen. Just because, I may not find someone attractive doesn't mean other people can't, especially with monetary influence.
Now, see, that's the reason why Ed has joined international dating scene, because he has a issue with his own self-conscious. He is, well, not self-conscious. He is 4'11". Okay, and he already feels like he's inferior because he's not as tall as he presents himself to be. And it turns out Rosemary doesn't necessarily know he's 4'11".
Right.
So
because she said that she was 5'2", so he said that he was 5'2".
Right.
But then said, "Oh, I just want her to love me and accept me for who I am." But you didn't tell her that you 4'11". So when she pulled up to the airport, she's gonna be a couple inches taller than you. She's gonna be like, Harpo, who this man?
So as the show moves along, we see Ed go to the dog park. Now, he is in love with his dog, Teddy. Teddy's his best friend and companion. Teddy has been there since the divorce, and he's not seen anyone since 28 years. So he's back fresh on a dating scene. So,
yeah, but he also did say that he was close with his daughter, who's 29 years old. But ever since she found out that he's been dating someone from the Philippines and is 23, she hasn't had any contact with him.
Right. And I think maybe she didn't have any contact with him now after like 4 weeks, he said. Maybe because of the age difference, that, that could truly be like her little sister. Or do you think it's because she's from the Philippines, or a combination of both?
Both.
I think so too. So as the show goes along, we see Ed go to a packing store like a UPS or FedEx or something, sending gifts to Rose. And the guy says, "Hey, Ed." And Ed calls himself Big Ed, by the way. That's the nickname he gave himself, which is okay. I mean, that's what you want to call yourself. And, he's clearly been to the packing place quite often, because it's like, "Oh, you're back again?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm sending gifts back to Rosemary." I don't think she's been getting the gifts. She lives in a very small village in the Philippines, so I don't think she's getting them. What do you think?
Well, my first thought was people be stealing. But then my second thought was, well, maybe she does get the packages, but then she gonna sell them.
I think so too. I think maybe she sells them too. But there is a chance that, the Philippines is an island. So sometimes it takes a couple of days to get from place to place, because everywhere is not as incorporated as the big main city like Manila. But the thing that got me was like, oh yeah, I even sent a grill to her dad. A grill? With charcoal or propane? What they need a grill for?
To cook.
To barbecue? But anyway, anyways, he also goes on to explain, Ed, that his skin is real sensitive, so he has sent sheets in advance of him getting there. And he has like 1,000 count thread sheets. I think Egyptian cottons are like 1,400, 2,000. So he's sending pretty nice sheets to the Philippines.
I mean, that's all good and all. But as soon as they got to the part when he had that jar of mayonnaise with that spatula to do his hair so it could be soft, because he has to have sensitive skin products, and he found out mayonnaise was one of them. I mean, yeah, that's cool, you being frugal, but then he said smelled like an egg salad sandwich. That might be one of the reasons why you're not finding nobody, because who wants to be around somebody who smells like eggs?
Don't make me laugh.
That's nasty.
It is
I
nasty.
literally almost threw up. But you know what, Ed? Do you found a boo? Go to a dermatologist. That's all I'm going to say.
We also see Ed go visit his mom. And his mom is concerned about the upcoming trip to the Philippines too. She thinks that, it's not a good idea. And his mom's main concern is, I also know that you're not talking to, my granddaughter because she has an issue with this. And yeah, it goes to say, she's my love of my life and things like that. But, the mom was like, you have to make amends with her because she needs to know what's going on too. You can't just, bring someone into their lives and, don't have a discussion. What would you think about that?
I mean, personally, I don't know if I would be mad. I don't know what I would do if that was you, but I don't know. It just depends on your situation and how close of a relationship you have.
Well, there's clearly something else going on. It can't just be my dad's back in the dating scene after 28 years and you meet someone in the Philippines. It has to be a little bit more underlying than that going on. But I'm sure we'll see that as the season evolves.
So at the end of the episode, we see him finally FaceTime Rosemary. And, first she brings out her son Prince. And she's like, say hi, Daddy. And he says, hi, Daddy. And he felt very uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, Prince is only 4 years old. And I was like, why are you having him call him Daddy already? But the trip is when he was like, oh, so, Ed said to Rosemary, so I'm still curious about what's going on with you and your ex-boyfriend. Mm-hmm. And, girl, the internet faded. It was like,
boop. The internet went out.
Right. It was like, oh, Rosemary?
Hello?
Right, hello?
Hello?
He was like, every time I ask her a question like this, the Wi-Fi suddenly disconnects. I wonder why.
Yeah, and then he was like, I feel like I should get her to get STD tested. What do you think about that?
I was like, why would you want her to get STD tested? You need to get STD tested as well. If you have any concerns about someone you're dating, especially internationally, the odds are they might be seeing someone else too. So I don't necessarily disagree, but he just make it seem like it's all on her, like she's the one, because he is for sure not seen anybody for 28 years, but that's his story. He's sticking to it.
So next up we have Avery and Ash.
Avery's 32. Ash is 38 from Melbourne, Australia. Originally from Mauritius.
Mauritius. First I thought she said Mauritius with the B.
I was like, no, it's Mauritius with an M. That's off the coast of Africa. Anyways, Avery's a dental assistant and her passion is healthy foods which are infused with cannabis. What you think about that? I mean, we did just get a legal cannabis thing, a year ago here in town?
Not illegal, legal.
Oh, did I say illegal? Oops. It's legal.
It's legal in Nevada, but we live in Vegas. So there's ones all around,
everywhere,
every corner.
24/7.
Go back.
Anyways, she has 2 daughters, ages 10 and 2, and they actually met online because Ash is a relationship coach. They actually met in the IG, right? Slid in the DMs. And he was interested in her use of healthy foods and the cannabis as it related to healthy foods. Would you make anything with cannabis?
Would I make anything with cannabis?
Yeah, food related, health-wise. Because I saw she had a salad and had whole cannabis leaves in there. I thought you would chop those things up or something.
I don't know, because I know they have different recipes and stuff for that.
Oh, all I knew about was recipes for brownies and gummy bears.
You can make anything, but
no,
this isn't a video for that.
Clearly, I'm out the loop. Anyways, Avery's biggest concern, like I said, is Ash is a relationship coach, and he only coaches single women. To me, that's a red flag.
He is cute though. Well, he would have halfway got me because he was cute, but then I was saw the location, and then I was like, no.
Why for the location?
Because I'm not trying to be on 90 Day Fiancé.
Biggest concern is that he's a relationship coach.
Yeah, and then she also said that she broke up with him 3 times over the course, how long? 7 months?
Something like that.
It's not
3 months.
Not a year.
Of 3 months.
That's even worse.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this should be a sign that she shouldn't do it, especially because she said that with their last person that she was with, that she had the kid with, she packed up everything that she had, sold everything else, and moved to a different state for him. And I'm not even willing to go across town for nobody.
Right. Okay. Right. So Avery has lots of red flags, and it turns out her friends have red flags too. So she goes sees her friend Jared, and I think her and Jared used to date before. Mm-hmm. And she's talking to Jared about this, and again, what comes up? I'm afraid that Ash is seeing other people because on Facebook he changed the status. Right?
Changed the status and deleted her pictures off of his Instagram.
Just her pictures, but have all the other pictures up.
And then he said he got hacked. And I'm going to do a little theory. If he is messing with somebody else, because little side note, someone gave me this explanation before.
Okay.
Tea for her, because she ain't know.
At all? Here we go.
Someone said that someone that they were messing with deleted all of the next person's pictures because that's just what they want to do. They hacked them. They got the password, got the Gmail, the Facebook, the Instagram, the student email account for my school. You know, I'm like, does he think I'm stupid?
Wait a minute. This happened to you?
Yeah.
What? That is tea. That is another video. Stay tuned because you know what?
So that's a theory. It could have maybe happened, but I'm gonna go for no.
Do I know this person?
No.
Okay. Stay tuned for the next video on Millennial and Mom. Ask us. Later in the evening, after Avery leaves Jared's house, she meets up with her friends Jen and Josh for dinner. And at dinner, Avery tells Jen and Josh that she's going to Australia for 2.5 weeks. And this is information they didn't know. And Jen is trying to say to her, why are you going to Australia? You know, it seems like it's something that's impulsive. Do you think that's impulsive?
No, because she does need to meet the guy.
Yeah.
But do I think that she's impulsive? Yeah.
Just by the way she's acting?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But Avery wants to know if he is who he really says he is. So Josh asks Avery, so what does he do? And, you know, she goes and saying, how is your relationship coach? And then she also, Avery says to her friends that his visa was denied because they want to know why he couldn't come here. Mm-hmm. He can't come here because his visa was denied from a previous bankruptcy. Can you imagine if you can't go or get even a passport here from the States if you had a bankruptcy?
There'd be a riot.
Girl, a riot, yeah.
A protest.
I mean, a bankruptcy? That's going to hold up your visa status? Maybe things are different in other countries, but sounds a little suspicious to me.
Right.
But Avery tells them that, you know, he had issues too because he had a business with a previous business partner and that broke up as well. So there might be something else going on because there might maybe allegedly, in my opinion, maybe some sort of, I don't know, possible fraud or something, allegedly. Because a bankruptcy, that just doesn't sound plausible as to why your visa would be denied. Mm-hmm. But that's just me.
So next up we have Jeffrey, who is 41 from Knoxville, Tennessee. Then we have Varia, got that right, yeah. First time, 30 from Russia. But before we even get into theirs, we have to talk about Jeffrey's behind the scenes news. I'm sure some people may have heard about, some people might not have, but let's talk about it.
So allegedly, this is all allegedly, in January 2020, from his then girlfriend, Jeffrey has charges of aggravated kidnapping, domestic assault, interference with emergency call, and vandalism. The emergency call is 911. All this is allegedly.
Alleged.
The charges stem from an incident from June 2019 when officers saw abrasions and bruises on his girlfriend on the forehead, elbows, and knees, but he said it was self-inflicted. But while in custody, he allegedly turned to knock out the patrol car windows. There has been a restraining order that has been extended twice on Jeffrey. Next court date is March 26, 2020. The source is In Touch Weekly, and we'll keep you up to date.
So, back to Jeffrey and Varia and how they came to be on the show.
Right. Jeffrey says he's a country boy but likes to be outside to get his hands dirty. He owns several properties in the area of Knoxville, Tennessee, and says growing up he was a bad boy but changed when he became a father. He's been married a few times. He didn't say 1, 2, or 3. He said a few. So that could be...
How many do you think a few is?
A few is more than 2.
I'd say 1 is 1, a couple is 2, and few is 3+.
Okay, so he has 3 kids from 2 different relationships. He has 2 older kids, Pax and Dakota. They didn't give the ages, but they seem to be like in their late teens. And he has a 4-year-old Caden from a previous relationship. And it also turns out he also lost a son, 1.5-year-old cousin, with he was sick, and I believe he died from
a seizure.
Yeah, a seizure. So, he's still feeling the pain from that.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, Jeffrey met Variana, international dating site, and she's a radio personality. And so he reached out to her and gave her his phone number. And then they end up calling, and they actually video chatted, which is something that a few people on the show don't seem to be able to do, is video chat. Can you imagine not video chatting? If it was you, I know it's not you, but would you accept someone who wouldn't be able to video chat, whether it be on Android or iPhone? Because you can video chat on most platforms.
Yeah, because my favorite form of communication is face-to-face.
Mine too, but I asked you about video chat. Would you accept not video chatting?
No, because my favorite form of communication is face-to-face.
Anyways, Jeffrey goes on to talk to his sons about his upcoming trip to Russia. And the sons are apprehensive, like most people are apprehensive, because they just seem to be learning this information after the fact. Mm-hmm. I wonder why that is. These people get on these international dating sites, plan visits to these other countries, and their friends and family members know, like, the week prior.
Yeah.
Like, how is that cool? I would be upset with that too. Like, how, mm-hmm. how can you even validate that that's what you're doing? Granted, that's your life, mm-hmm. but to even let your kids know who live in the same house as you, that you're going over somewhere to meet someone. I mean, someone you never met in person, touched, none of that stuff. So, anyways, the sons are apprehensive, and the sons even think that he may still hold a little residual pain from the death of their little brother. Yeah. And thinks he's trying to fill that void. Do you agree?
Yeah, and they're not the only ones who think that. Later on in the episode, he goes to see one of his friends who's also Russian, mm-hmm. and she even feels the same way too.
Right. Her name is Olga, and Olga, who's been in the United States for quite some time, even says to Jeffrey that she's scamming him.
She said, it's a scam.
She literally said, she's scamming you. Mm-hmm. She's like, no, she's like, where's she from? She still has her Russian accent too.
Yeah, but we found out that Vyra.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. She's from the country in Russia, but then later on, country in Serbia, and then later on moved to Moscow. And so the friend was like...
Yeah, Olga was like, well, Moscow's a big city, bigger than Serbia.
Right.
So she's a city girl now. And she said, well, does she speak decent English? I was like, tell him, Olga. Mm-hmm. Tell him.
And he was like, yeah.
And she was like, well, that's why.
Mm-hmm. But that's not 100% necessarily true. But I guess, from a Russian standpoint, they would know.
Well, Olga did go on to say that that's what they do. They come for the American dream. And once they get here, they leave. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what she told him. But Jeffrey doesn't think that's going to happen to him. Mm-hmm. So later on, after he leaves Olga's house, he goes to meet his friends to talk about it. His friends are Mark and Mary. And they've known him for a long time. Mark and him have been buddies for quite some time. Mark's been married for a while. And it turns out Mary, they used to date before. Mm-hmm. And Mary is still attracted to Mark.
Clearly.
Not to Mark, to Jeffrey, excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, he tells them about him going to Russia to meet Varia. Right.
We're going to get this right.
Right. It's spelled like Vyra, but it's pronounced Varia. Mm-hmm. And, they too are apprehensive. Mark is like, I don't know why you have to go over there. I thought you and Mary were still kind of, vibing with each other.
Didn't she say, like, what's wrong with me or... Yeah. Why not me? Something like that.
She's like, what's wrong with me? I'm only sitting 2 feet from you. He was like, that's true.
Right, but like, he don't like you like that. Like, he likes you as a friend. And I feel like maybe she needs to not be friends with him no more. Because clearly you have this attraction and you want to be with him on more of a friend level. Like,
well, that's not true. You don't necessarily have to not be friends. You dated before.
I feel like they need to cut that friendship off.
You dated before. It didn't work out. If you could still be cordial, that's fine. But if you don't know how to be cordial with your friend, then you may have to let it go.
Let us know in the comments down below what you think about that.
Yeah, please do. So they end up, leaving and saying, okay, good luck, let us know. Next thing you know, Jeffrey's at home packing. Now it says he's leaving the next day, so the show has progressed to the next day. He gets a phone call from Varia. And they're talking, video chatting, and she was saying that, he asked her, was she nervous? And she was like, no. She goes, I had a nightmare. I thought you were maybe Quasimodo. I was like, huh? You thought that he would look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame? Because that's who Quasimodo is. They video chatted before, so that didn't make any sense to me. Like, was that shade or what do you call that?
I don't know what she was talking about, because first I was like, who?
Right. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Look it up. But anyways, so next scene we'll see is the trip to Russia.
So next up we have Lisa, who's 52, from York, Pennsylvania, and Usman from Nigeria, aka
Soldier Boy.
And all acknowledge one Soldier Boy. And then him.
So we started with Lisa going to the esthetician for a full body wax with her friend Nikki because she says she wants to capture her youth for her upcoming trip to Nigeria.
Mom? Is that how you're going to recapture your youth?
First of all, my name is not Lisa. And the answer is no. You either like it like this or you don't like it at all. Lisa goes on to say she has been divorced for 4 years, and the reason for her divorce was because she was cheated on and she was abused in a relationship. So she left with her now 15-year-old daughter and is much happier. So while she was feeling lonely, she decided to go on social media, and she met Usman on Facebook Messenger.
Facebook Messenger.
That's what she said. Right after she said hello, they instantly video chatted. What do you think that was about?
I mean, you know, for someone who has Facebook, and I know a lot of people who have Facebook, you definitely do get a lot of random Facebook messages.
Oh, okay.
And people be trying to call you.
Right.
And you gotta be like, block.
So Lisa is proud of the fact that, you know, she has a young rap star, because Soldier Boy from the Nigeria is a rap star, and she just so flattered that he's all into her and loving her, and she's like, yeah, we even face chatted sexually. I was even nude, and I know he liked it. I was like, ooh, okay, Lisa, you go ahead, girl. And guess what? On Valentine's Day of this year, Lisa is proud to let us know that he wrote a rap song to her to express his love.
Girl, I'll go there for you. Anything you want, I'ma do it for you. Girl, that's about. I would sing the whole song, but you know, I don't want him to copyright infringe us. That's not a hit.
Not at all. So Lisa is like, oh, that song. No one's ever done anything like that before. I'm like, I know. Why would they? It was what?
I thought it was a low-key hit.
Low key is the key word. Anyways, Lisa is saying how, you know, he's so famous in Nigeria that she looks him up on social media and she's upset with all the girls and all the messages he gets on social media. But isn't that the thing? You want a following, and the following probably mostly would be women.
Right.
So she gets mad and she starts screenshotting messages to him and sends him back asking, who is this? Why are they messaging you? Like, what's that about?
She's just trying to check up, but I don't know why she's trying to check up. He's a superstar, girl.
In his own right. But, you know, she says she doesn't want to be hurt and things like that because she's been hurt before. And she's trying to avoid that in her own way. So next we go to a coffee bar with Lisa's friend, Nikki. Lisa's talking with her friend about what she plans on doing when she gets to Nigeria. And Lisa tells Nikki, well, she plans on getting married when she gets to Nigeria. They've been together for 9 months, and after 9 months, Soldier Boy, the Nigerian Soldier Boy, proposed to her. And Lisa is saying to her that to her friend that he fulfills her every desire, her every desire. But things are going to be different when she gets to Nigeria. You know why? Because when she gets there, he's not going to be using no condoms. Because right now, he has safe sex with condoms, but with her, she said they don't need no condoms.
See, right there, that was just disgusting. A, that's nasty. B, that's not safe. And C,
did you say nasty?
all the above.
Right.
And like, this is the problem that I have with some people who go to these foreign countries, especially Africa. It's like they have this like weird like black sexploitation fantasy, and I'm not here for it.
No.
Because it's like, why do you want to have sex with him now without a condom? And then she said, oh, that's like me de-virginizing him.
Like, what does that mean? Does she think that because you'll use a condom, he's not a virgin? Because I'm here to tell you, any physical activity called intercourse, you're not a virgin.
Right.
It's all activity. She's just saying that she wants it raw. Maybe she heard the slogan, once you go black, you never go back. Because that's how she's acting. I mean, it's a cliche, but I mean, that's truly how she's acting in this episode. Lisa's trying to justify this, that, you know, he's never had sex with a condom. Mm-hmm. So she thinks, you know, because they love each other, it's okay.
Right.
But, you know, she'll find out. And she also says that, you know, she had him tested for AIDS and STD. Well, how come she didn't get herself tested for AIDS and STD? Is that something because he's in another country and she doesn't trust him? Because if you trust him, like you said, you wouldn't be worried about that.
Right. And it's like, he so claim he hasn't had sex with no condom, but ma'am, you have. So if anybody should be getting HIV tested, it should be you.
Right.
Not him, because he lives in Africa. Mm-hmm. That's the common misconception about AIDS. That one, it's a black people disease.
Right.
2, it's a gay disease. And 3, that it mostly comes from Africa. So I wasn't feeling this conversation. I'm not feeling Lisa in her black exploitation and her black fantasy dreams of this black man. I hope he gets his music career popping, because I might listen to a song, because that song was a half of a bop.
Half of a bop. But anyways, Lisa's friend Nikki questions his commitment and fidelity. But Lisa is just like...
I question Lisa.
Right. Lisa's throwing all that to the wind. She thinks everything is going to be all good when she gets down there. But we'll see in the upcoming episodes. It looks like there's going to be some tension, especially when she meets his family when she gets to Nigeria.
So our last couple for this episode is Yolanda, who is 51 from Las Vegas. And then we have Williams, who is 40 from England. Mm-hmm. Okay. And side note, I can tell Yolanda's not from here, because I am a native Las Vegas person. I guess you can say my mom is too. Because she says Nevada and not Nevada. And people who live here, went to school here, or at least live on the West Coast, say Nevada. Most other people say Nevada, but anyways.
We start with Yolanda, who talks about her struggle with weight loss. That's the very first thing she talks about. Yolanda used to be over 300 pounds. She's currently lost over 150 pounds, I believe she said. And is feeling good about herself for her weight loss and things like that. Yolanda is struggling, it seems, with the loss of her first love, which is her husband, Dwayne, who she was married to for 30 years of her life. And she goes on to say how, you know, she can count on one hand how many men she's dated, but has never found anyone to not replace, but anyone who's been like Dwayne. Mm-hmm. She has 6 kids with Dwayne, and their ages range from 29 to 17, and they all live in the same house together. But only one knows about her boyfriend, Williams, which is her oldest daughter. Mm-hmm. So,
between me and CJ, who do you think you would tell first if this was you?
CJ is her brother, who is about to be 28. I would tell you. You're more rational. We see the scene where Yolanda talks to her oldest daughter, and they are driving to a thrift shop, and they're having conversations about meeting Williams, which is going to occur in the next couple weeks. Mm-hmm. Now, what would you say if that was me?
That you're going to go and meet Williams?
Mm-hmm. Someone I've never seen, someone who says that Williams doesn't have access to FaceTime or any other video app, because every time they try, he says his phone is broken.
Well, of course I would tell you no, but I wouldn't be tagging along for the ride. I mean, unless her daughter wanted to go to England just to have a vacation, then yeah, but I would let you do that one on your own.
Right. Lisa says that they text 3 to 4 times a day. And they don't really say what Williams' job is, but he looks like a personal trainer. And they actually met because Lisa was posting photos of her weight loss, and she tagging on IG, which is something new for her, and he slid in her DMs. What do you think about that? What if someone slid in my DMs? What's funny?
I can't imagine that. Has someone slid in your DMs?
Yeah, they have. Oh, and some more tea. Another episode, we'll have to talk about that. The point is, Lisa's oldest daughter is telling her that she needs to explain to her other children about Williams and about the trip that's coming up. Mm-hmm. So then we see Lisa and the kids sitting around dinner. But before that, the kids are pulled aside, and the producer's like, so what do you think about your mom? Or how do you feel about your mom? They're like, oh, she's kind, she's funny, she's stubborn, things like that. What do you think about your mom?
Well, since they gave 3 words, I'm going to give 3 words.
Okay.
Giving.
Thanks.
overprotective.
True, I'll agree to that.
And
wow, are you struggling?
pretty.
Oh, that's nice. Lisa says that her kids are her best friends because, she's missing something, that void when their dad, passed on. And so the kids when they learn the information that her mom has a boyfriend and how they met slid in the DMs, they were pretty upset about that. They were taken aback.
Before that, I just want to know what they were eating because they had noodles, they had bread, and they had chicken wings.
And they had rice.
With some chopsticks.
Well, clearly they were eating food buffet
What place
style.
in Vegas is that? Because I might need to go.
No, well, maybe they just got stuff from different places.
Maybe.
And brought it home and everybody just had a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that sometimes. Well, the kids were pretty upset and shocked that she met someone that she's never been able to see. But that slid in their DMs. They were like, isn't that something that, younger people do, not older people? Do you consider me older?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in my 40s, but I'm not older. I'm your mom.
You're old. You're what I would consider you as an older adult. Not like elderly, just older. Because there's young adult.
Right.
Adult.
Wow. I've reached a threshold.
Adult,
okay.
Yeah. And then elderly. But you still have a lot of years in the older adult category, so.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then also when she was on the phone with Williams, he didn't really sound like he was from London.
I didn't hear it.
He kind of sounded like Michael.
What? 90 Day Fiancé, the third season, Michael and Angela? He kind of did.
Mm-hmm. And then he was also like, she asked him, oh, are you going to pick me up from the airport? He was like, yeah.
No, he was like, oh, I remember. Did you forget?
Wasn't too sure, but now he feels obligated that he has to.
Well, if he didn't pick her up, how would she get picked up?
Taxi, Uber.
Oh, yeah.
Like other people done.
She wasn't trying to hear that, though. She really wanted to make sure that he was picking her up, but he just really sounded like, honestly, he sounded like he didn't know what she was talking about. Mm-hmm. That's what it sounded like to me.
So that's the end of 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days, the first episode of season 4. And so far, I think the couples are a mess.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the Nigerian soldier boy, because that seems interesting to me. Not Lisa, but the Nigerian soldier boy.
Okay, well, let us know in the comments below who you're excited to see, who you think is going to last the whole 90 days, and who you don't even think going to show up. So, thank you guys for watching our videos so far.
And live simply, be grateful.